Hi everybody, welcome back to Cabin Crafts and Simple Living and Colonial Miniatures update. I bought some more kits, three more kits, and this little Pennsylvania dower chest is one of them. And I also got a hooded cradle, and I put that together already. And here's the little cradle. Um, I've got it because a dollhouse needs a cradle, but man, I tell you, it kind of creeps me out. It reminds me of a coffin. And given the infant mortality rate of colonial America, I don't think I would have wanted to put my baby in a cradle that looked like a coffin, but here it is. This is an exact replica. I have looked at them online. Many of them are painted a color, and so I probably might give this one a paint job. But this is the little colonial cradle. This thing, as easy as it looks, this hooded part, this was a booger to put together. I tell you what, I said more Christian cuss words putting this thing together like dadgummit and for the love of Pete and for crying out loud, and I can't, all kinds of stuff, but no bad words. But man, I tell you what, it really was aggravating. Then another one that I did is this Colonial Trestle table. This one looks more complicated than it actually was. This one looks like it would be more complicated than the cradle, but it wasn't. It went together fairly easily, and it's got these cute little breadboard ends. The bad news is it's not big enough for a dining room table, so this is going to have to go somewhere else in the dollhouse because it just is not big enough. When I put a chair up to it, and again, this is all 1/12 scale, so like it says on the box here, 1 inch to 1 foot. That's the scale. So this is more like a tavern table, I guess. And I need a dining table, so I might have to make that from scratch. And then the next thing I got is this cool little pie safe. Now this is a Hobby Lobby piece, believe it or not. And when I got it, it was this real shiny mahogany color. I'll open the door and you can see what color it was on the inside, sort of, kind of. I mean, that was just overspray in there, but it was very, very cherry red mahogany looking paint and very shiny. And I want all of my pieces to look worn and like they've had, they've been traveling the distance and moved across the country several times. So I painted this one a lovely mustard yellow, and I've antiqued it. And the tin panels that were in here were very, very shiny. And I wanted them to look more like, how tin turns like this pewter color. And so all I did was I sanded the finish on it so that it would have a tooth. And then I painted it black, and then I sponged the black back off. And that's the finish that it left. And it gave me the exact tinny look that I wanted. But this was really cute. I can't believe this was just a regular Hobby Lobby piece. And I think it was $5 or $5.99 or something like that. Not expensive at all. But my favorite thing, but it does have some flaws, is this dower chest. Now this was also a beast to put together. And these little brass back plates behind the knobs, they're called escutcheons. And when I was putting this together in the store, they're so teeny tiny, I dropped them and I swept the floor and never did find them. I dropped one, so I couldn't use just one. So it was like, well, I have to do it without the escutcheons. So, but I wanted it to be like a real Pennsylvania bride's box or dower chest. And I found the exact antique one online that was for auction. It's got this same trim around here. It's got the same feet and everything. So this is an exact replica of one. And I painted it as close to what that original one looked like. Now, it's so tiny, I couldn't get all of the detail on there, but I really wanted this one to look like a Pennsylvania bride's box. Now, here's my problem, the lid. So I had to take an X-Acto knife and cut down into the, to inset the hinges, and I did it exactly according to instructions. But it still the lid doesn't close right. So what I might do in the dollhouse is just leave it open a crack and have like a blanket or a quilt or something hanging out of the top of it. But I painted it like I saw on that original one. And these little drawers really open, if I can get them open. One of them doesn't want to come open too well, but there it is. The little drawers actually open. It's actually got real little drawers in there. But because I had lost my escutcheons, you can't see the little back, you won't see the little back plates there. But anyway, and I gave it the date 1785 because Dale and I got married in 1985, and so I took it back 200 years in time, and I painted it exact colors of the one. And you can see they would do this a lot, these little hearts on the side. You'd see half a heart here and half a heart here, but when you look at it from the corner, it's little hearts, and that was very popular in Pennsylvania Dutch furniture to put hearts. I might paint a little heart on the cradle. But anyway, this was my favorite piece, even though it turned out the worst. Those little screws back there, gosh, you have no idea. I mean, look at my fingernail. How tiny those are. Aggravating as heck, but it's still a really cool piece. Or I could put something really heavy on top of it. Maybe over time it'll sit down. But anyway, that is my 4 latest miniatures. The little cradle, the dower chest, the tavern table, and then my other favorite piece, the pie safe. I can't wait to put all kinds of cool stuff in here. Because these little... I just pulled the doorknob off. Ha! Okay, well, you know, there's always something with me in these videos. You're going to get the real me. I don't know how to edit, so, you know, you're just going to get what you get. So anyway, there we go. That's my next group of miniatures. I've been working on the Dollhouse. I actually hurt my shoulder sawing logs. And so I want to tell you about that real quick. On the Dollhouse, I bought the Dollhouse from Hobby Lobby. It is a kit. And I was, you know, stupid me. I've never done this before. And so I thought that the kit, everything would be already pre-cut the way we want, you know, everything, and then you just put it all together. No, you got to cut every doggone log on that thing. And then the ones on the dormer window eaves are at an angle, and it's not even a 45-degree angle or a 90-degree angle. It's a weird angle, and so you got to cut it to the angle of the roof. And so I want to warn y'all, you have to have basic carpentry skills in order to do that dumb dollhouse. But I'm already invested into it, and so here we go. So anyway, if you're considering doing it, I had to buy a mini miter box saw, and so I can cut these small angles. I had to buy a mini drill. I've had to buy mini miter shears. So I actually spent $60 in additional on tools to cut the logs and things. So anyway, just want to tell you all that so you don't go out and think, oh, I'm going to just make that log doll. Oh my gosh, if I'd known what I know now, I probably wouldn't have done it. But now, like I said, I'm invested, and so I just got to finish. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the update on the little miniatures. I love my little chest. I got to put a blanket or a quilt in there or something, but it was a lot of fun to make, even though it was aggravating, because I love the way I actually found the real one that they made a copy of this one of. So anyway, thanks for watching. Again, please comment and give me a thumbs up, or you know, and please subscribe if you're not subscribed. I've noticed that over 50% of the people that watch my videos are not subscribed, so it would really help me a lot if you would please subscribe. So thank you again, and God bless, and y'all have a good day. Bye-bye.